Wednesday, February 13th, day before Valentine's Day. It's brought to you by NASCAR. Barstool NASCAR has teamed up for the Daytona 500. It is this Saturday, February 17th. You got Dave, Kate, Dave, Kate, Chaps, Cons, $20 Chef. They're all going down to the Daytona 500. They're going to be doing the Barstool Tailgate Show, and then you can hang out with them at their spot in the Midway. And if you can't make it out there live, be sure to check out the 61st running of the Daytona 500 this Sunday, February 17th, 2:30 p.m. on Fox. But if you are there, go hang out with the gang. Barstool does NASCAR. Feits in, Dave out, KFC Radio Classic. There'll be another one of these in a couple weeks on Barstool Gold. We start off.
Bloody knuckles.
Maybe that's what the Jared and White Sox Dave should do. Just bloody knuckles till one guy cries. Do it. Bleed. Bleed.
Your fucking fat fingers are
They're
hard
very
to keep up with.
insulated. You tapping out?
No, I mean, we can keep going. You want to keep going? We can do the whole show.
You guys are stuck now. Like
No,
somebody.
I mean, we have to finish at some point.
I honestly think people would watch this before they just watch the rundown.
Oh, fuck. I
They'd
keep
rather-
getting
they'd
it
rather
wrong.
watch this.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You have just mashed.
And he's unfazed.
He's got like an anvil.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
It's like a Thanos fist. Fat sausage fingers. You can't do
I'm
any
hurting
damage.
myself by punching John. All right, let's just go. Fuck it. Who won?
The
Damn it.
subway lady.
Those fucking
Not on the
fat
subway.
things.
She's on a bus somewhere. This chick going berserk. Which one of you gentlemen are going to be a gentleman?
Which one of you is going to be a gentleman? Show me. Show me which one of you is going to be a gentleman. Show me. Are there no gentlemen left in this? Are there no ladies left in this world?
They're kids.
Move out of the way. No, don't touch me.
This is what happens when you're being nice.
Move. I have a right not to be touched. And you have the space to move. Get out of the way. Which one are you going to be a gentleman? Which one are you going to be a gentleman? Which one? Which one? You have the space to move by. Why? Why are you not moving? Why? Why are you not being a gentleman? Why? Why? Why are you not being a gentleman to me? What did I do to you that I caused you to not be a gentleman to me? I don't even know you. I don't even know you. I don't know you. Move out of the way. You want to go by? Look, you touch. Go ahead, man. You're used to me.
She wants a seat, but she's a fucking crazy person.
Crazy. Was this in Canada?
I don't know where it
It
was.
seemed like it was. It certainly wasn't New York, because you could get body slammed real quick.
You would think. I don't know. The
It was.
bus
Someone say
looked-
Toronto? Yeah,
Toronto?
yeah,
Okay.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
It's
because the
like-
people were being a little too nice.
It's, which
They're
is
just
which
tolerating her
is like makes
bullshit.
it weird enough. In fact, like who is she? Like my rules when say like traveling on public transportation, stand up the whole time and don't say anything.
Oh, I try to sit.
No, I don't even sit.
I
always
sit
try
there.
to sit.
I mean, I will sit, but
I don't sit.
I will give up my
because then
seat.
you got to do the get up thing or not. I don't travel it long enough to have a seat. Like whenever I'm traveling, I'm like 10 minutes
stops,
tops. I'll
yeah.
just stand.
I'll always sit if I can. Pregnant or very old, I'll get up.
Yep.
That woman's neither. That woman is a
But
fucking
you gotta look like you're
able-bodied
passing
woman.
out.
She's like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, don't even ask me to get
And
up.
even still,
If you
depends
are,
on how far I'm into my trip.
yeah, like if
Like,
I got a
I've-
long way to
if I have,
go,
like 15 stops.
yeah,
You got to be like all the way pregnant.
right. You
or-
had to be like giving birth. Like your water better be broken.
And then I'll just wait till someone else does it and then do the fake. Yeah.
I was
about
but you're good.
to.
Okay,
I was
great,
about
great.
to do that.
Good job.
The,
If you are-
I'm big on that, the fake hustle.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'll do like the jog across the street. Or my big one is when like a waitress is trying to sneak by you. I just lean forward.
Yeah,
Doesn't
even though
move
the
my
chair doesn't move it, yeah.
But I'm like,
You
no,
tried.
I'm getting out of the way here.
Yep.
If you are able-bodied enough to stand there and scream and yell and rant, you don't need a fucking seat.
That's a good point.
You definitely,
You know?
but she wasn't yelling at anyone sitting.
Yeah, that was
Everyone
also weird
standing.
too.
No one was sitting. There
She
were
was
no
like, "You
seats
have
there.
the space." Like, I'm fucking standing up.
Right. That was the weird thing. She wasn't asking for a seat. I don't know
And
what
then
she
the
was
one girl
asking
gets up
for.
at the very end and she's still ranting. It's like, well, there's your fucking seat.
I don't
Fuck
think it was
that.
a seat because the guy she was yelling at were standing up. But I'll do that too. If someone like is like, "Are you gonna be a gentleman?" Not if you ask me.
No, now I'm
takes
gonna be a dick.
right.
Now I'm
Hey,
gonna dig
put
my
me on
heels
the
in.
spot. I don't like being put on the spot.
Yeah.
I'll be a gentleman. If I want to be a gentleman, I'm doing it on my own accord.
Don't make me. That's.
Plus,
I mean, that's like you never get rid of 5-year-old brain. Like if someone tells you to do something, you're like no.
No.
I'll do it
Right,
now.
right.
And
Fuck that.
we've always said this. You don't know You're probably healthier than me.
Yeah.
John has those back breakdowns all the time.
I
I'm a
can't,
piece of
yeah.
shit.
I'm
You're not in great
carrying,
shape.
too
Like,
much
come on.
going in front.
We're probably worse off than you,
I
lady.
get tired when I have to stand on the train. Like,
Dude.
gassed.
Dude, I just walked
10 minutes,
upstairs
my back
from
is
doing like
shot.
Snapchat downstairs. Yeah.
I did 25 push-ups the other day.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Show off.
It hurts.
Show
It
off?
hurts. No, I'm still sore.
Are they regular or the girl kind?
No, they were
Jesus
regular.
Christ,
They were
25.
regular. Yeah. Well, it was 15 then 10.
All right, well, whatever. 25 is 25.
Yeah.
Herschel Walker
I
over
didn't do
here.
25 hours in
a
one
row.
set. Come on. I'm not Hercules.
The new hotness in the streets for teenagers is they just go missing for 2 days pretending they've been abducted so that their picture will circulate on social media so that they get that clout. Brilliant.
Genius.
I'm thinking about
So
doing it.
good.
I thought about faking my own death for the Twitter followers.
Yeah.
But you only can do
But like
it
I would
once.
have to fully commit. Like I wouldn't
But
tell
you can
guys.
only do
Like,
it
I would-
once.
yeah, I know. That's the thing.
What the I think they're not. The thing they're doing that's not smart is they're not getting a ransom with it. Yeah, if you
Yeah, do like the magazine.
You cut out the letters and shit.
send
yeah,
That
be
it.
really
like I'm
escalates.
missing.
You might end up getting a Netflix special about you.
You can
God,
get-
this is-
at least a free.
this
bite
is-
from your parents.
See, what if you faked your own death for some Twitter followers, but things went like so well, you were like, I gotta stay
Wait,
dead
but
here.
what do you do like?
That's
like-
best case scenario.
Right? Like, what if like our downloads go through the roof and shit? It's
Now-
like,
Do the
well, I'm just
Sports
gonna
by
stay
Brooks
dead.
come back in like
This
10
is-
years, whatever
this
he
is
did?
funny, but if you're a parent, like, what do?
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta like kill your kid for real.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like, you know what? You gotta scare them straight. It's like, you know what? You think this is a game? I'm gonna like give you to a kidnapper.
Or you just do the reverse on them and just kidnap yourself and be like, try to survive.
yeah.
See, I think
We,
I would.
we've
I
been
would
ki-
treat
oh no,
it-
that's what you have to do. You have to be like, you have to have the news media put out like an article like, oh, and the family killed themselves because they
Yeah.
felt so guilty.
Or the
And
family-
then
yeah.
That's why you don't ever abduct yourself.
Or
No
the
rest,
family
no
was
child.
like, hey, you know
Teach a
what? We
lesson.
don't care. Don't come back.
You give a
Right.
shit picture.
You what?
You give a
Oh, that's
shit
a good point. Yeah. Like
Here
a-
he is,
Yeah, you
and
went
it's like
viral.
your fattest, ugliest picture.
Congratulations, you
That's a
picture,
great.
Put
that's
a
great
video of you
punishment.
pooping your pants.
That is a great punishment. Be like, yeah, be on the lookout for him. He's like
now-
kind of pudgy, a little bit ugly.
Just think
One
about-
shit his pants in 3rd grade. Girls don't like him.
Congratulations, you went
Like,
viral. Nice
this is
job,
a
son.
this is a very funny story to talk about, but just think about
Like the
how
panic.
much kids suck.
Yo, 2 days is a long fucking time.
And the police have to get involved.
Did
Yeah.
you ever run away as a kid?
Like maybe to the end of the block.
Yeah, I don't think I
never
ever
even
I,
did
I
that.
feel like I like thought about it at the time.
And you're like,
but I
oh
never-
shit, what am I gonna
I've
do?
harbored friends who had ran away before.
Really?
Yeah,
I
but
never
my
did.
parents were not happy about that.
How long?
Yeah, I mean you.
Like
yeah.
a night. But like
A night's a fucking
Oh,
long
yeah,
ass
yeah.
time.
yeah, like then
That
when,
is a
when
long-ass
they
time.
just thought that, you know, Mike was over. And then like their parents called eventually and they were like, Mike,
We can't
we've
find
been
him."
harboring Mike, he's fucking right here, you know, like they didn't even know. So I got in trouble too.
What picture would you want if you were going viral?
I don't know, the best one.
Yeah.
Like out of the
summertime.
show.
Time.
You don't have one in mind?
No.
Do you have one in mind for me? Like, I
Way to
don't
be
know.
narcissistic.
I guess you have one.
you.
Yeah, you
What, your
clearly
license
have
picture?
one. Go ahead.
The
Yeah.
license picture would be obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't
But,
look like that anymore. So
Right,
that's the
no
worst
one would
part.
find
When-
you.
when they
But-
find you and they
but-
do the press conference,
They're
they're
like,
that?
how long have you
Someone
been
that-
gone
all
for?
you need is that
He
one
was kidnapped for
picture.
20 years? Oh no, it was only 6 hours?
Yo,
What
how
the
much
fuck's
did
going
you
on?
eat when you got kidnapped?
You need that one viral picture, like fucking what's his name, Hot Criminal,
Yeah.
whatever. His
I might. I would go.
Hot-
If I did this, I would stage a picture first. I'd like make sure I
Right.
have a
Yeah,
perfect
that's
picture.
why I'm asking. So
Yeah.
so if you guys go missing, I know what picture. You
Well, I'll have to let you know.
I mean, I would use that, like, probably the picture that Hank tweeted out that video of the Windy
You
City
look-
Thunderbolts, and I
you're
was
looking
50
pretty
pounds
good.
heavier. I mean, lighter.
you
And
see
it's
that
like,
video?
no one would find me, though.
What?
No one would find me.
think
It'd be like.
real quick.
I mean,
It's
I saw.
shocking
I
to
saw
look
a
at.
guy.
It
I
is
think I'm pretty sure
shocking
I
to
saw
look
Big Cat,
at.
but I don't know this guy.
Someone said it. Someone replied, and they're like, "Yo, like,
Was
so
it like-
you don't even you don't do years
Was it
anymore.
like
you
the
just
first
do
video
pounds?"
you ever did? Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're
He's
like,
like-
swimming in that jersey.
I know.
It's crazy.
They're like, yeah, you don't even measure in years. You just measure in pounds. It's not like, hey, that was 6 years ago. No, that was 50 pounds.
pounds ago.
Fuck, man.
I mean, that is
Tough.
just
It's tough.
staggering.
It's tough because we've just put everything out there. Like our lives are out there. And
Yeah.
now you
Also,
just,
I
get to
just
slowly watch
for
us
everyone
die.
for everyone who thinks that this job is easy. Look at these. Look at these before
Right.
and after.
And
Terrible.
it's like not everyone has like pictures that are so. It's tough, man. It's tough. Just hey,
Dan is at a
let
loss
me-
for words.
let
It's
me-
just-
I
it's
should
just
wear it as like a necklace and be like, I used to look like this. Please let me sit on the subway.
I'm
Save a
aging
life.
very poorly.
Yes.
Papa John. I mean, there's just no loyalty in this world anymore. Papa John,
Wow.
going from diehard
Wow.
Louisville fan to wearing the Kentucky blue last night. Also that still shot of him, he looked like pretty fucked up. And I think
Yeah, well, he
I
always
think Papa
is.
John is on a downward spiral that's about to get real ugly.
Here's the thing. If he had just done it and made like a, I love when super fans retire or I'm done. You know, like when the
Fireman
Jets guy.
Ed,
Yeah. When he retired, that's fucking funny. I love
Yep.
super fans because they're so delusional,
so
and I
ridiculous,
actually do think they're bigger than the franchise. But so he needed to do like a press conference, being like, "I now am a." Kentucky
He needs to do a
Wildcat.
decision.
Right.
You know? I'm gonna
Right.
take my talents to Kentucky.
But just to pop up, because
Yeah.
he has a fair gripe. They took his name off the stadium in Louisville.
Is there a possibility that this is almost a mush? Like he hates
I
Kentucky
thought
so
that.
much still.
I thought that. But then did you see what happened to Louisville?
Yeah.
I tweeted that. I was
Yeah.
like, Kentucky lost in a heartbreaker and Louisville's up by 20 on Duke. Like Papa John has like worked a great, trick here, and then Duke.
Zion did
That's true.
35.
But like,
By the
even
way,
like if he
don't-
still has that.
Zion's gonna be a bull.
No.
Don't do that.
He's not going to be either. You know that.
Yeah, that's
you know how this goes.
Well, so then truce.
Fine.
Don't do any pictures with Nick's uniforms.
Fine.
I won't do.
I mean, I
bullshit.
got to have my hopes.
We
but,
did it
like,
almost right away after that game.
They were
Kevin
right on
tweeted
top of
it,
each
and
other.
I tweeted.
He was like,
him
what a
in the
comeback. And I was like, 35-10 run, Zion. And it was like
I
a
was
Knicks
like,
Photoshop
Bulls
and a Bulls
jersey.
Yeah, he's not gonna end up on that.
He's going to be like the Hawks. It's going to be terrible.
Yeah, or the Cavs will somehow fucking get the first pick again for the 17th time in the
Zion
last 14
fucking
years.
denting the ball.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I mean, that's
I mean,
crazy.
that was
He's a
Tom Brady.
franchise
That's-
changer.
Okay, all right.
Just
The
saying-
problem
I'm just
is,
saying.
though-
I'm just saying.
Here's the problem. Zion, like, if he gets drafted by the Bulls or the Knicks, it's almost in a fucked up way bad because then everyone keeps their job. Like, James Dolan, everyone's like, oh, great.
Well, but see, my
Gar Forman
situation-
and John Paxson, everyone's like,
Yeah,
oh, they
those-
got Zion.
Those guys can get fired. I mean, I'm stuck with James Dolan. He's not selling,
The
so I got to
Reinsdorfs
take
have
what I
gotten-
can get.
The Reinsdorfs aren't
They're not
as
great,
bad, but they're getting to the point where it's like they just do not give a fuck.
yeah,
about
like
the
if you
Bulls.
give any GM credit for drafting,
but that's
Zion
what will
Williamson,
happen,
you're an asshole.
and then
Yeah.
it's like we'll just be
Well,
stuck.
that's like with Bill Polian. Bill Polian's like this NFL genius. He drafted fucking Peyton Manning.
right. That's it.
Well,
And then
he
he-
didn't
and then
draft
he-
Ryan Leaf,
Didn't.
so kind of
Dodged
is
the big
genius.
bullet there. Speaking of basketball, LeBron James lost to the Hawks last night. That's not good. And then in his post game, he was basically alluding to the fact that he's in the All-Star game, so he doesn't get a break, and his teammates do. And he was like, I don't have as much free time as they do.
These are big facts.
Dick.
He's not wrong.
Big facts.
He's such a dick.
I like this.
They're not going to make the playoffs.
I'm not. I know. And you know what? I remember saying, like, listen, LeBron's going to LA for fucking movies and books, and he's not there to win championships. And this was like the first month of the season. And I had people calling up being like, have you seen the standings? I love when people who don't watch the NBA start talking. They're right there with the Warriors, blah, 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 blah. The fucking Lakers are not a good team.
Well, so I don't think he went there just to like be a Hollywood guy and be like, I'm never going to, win again. He went
He
there.
just said that recently, didn't he?
No, but he
That,
went
like, he
there
doesn't care about winning
thinking
anymore?
other guys would be like, I want to go play with LeBron.
I'm not
And
saying he
then-
was like done, but I think he was like made peace with the idea of never winning. Like
Yeah,
he's
it's a
trying,
different chapter.
he wants to, but I think he's very happy to be there
Luke
and
Walton's
do.
going to
He
get
said he's got
fired.
nothing left to
Right,
prove.
I don't have to
So-
prove
LeBron's
I'm not
going to hurt
chasing anything.
himself. Like there's definitely going to be a fake injury. If we get to like the last 3 weeks of the season and they're 4 games out or something of the 8th spot,
He'll be injured. Yeah.
that will be.
Put it in the books.
I actually almost kind of want them to go, like get just like absolutely worked in the first round by someone.
Yeah, like just get swept.
Yeah.
Make the playoffs and just get worked by the Warriors. Joe Flacco era is over.
Well, or just begin.
Well, yeah, it depends on your outlook here. Traded to the Broncos. For what? What was the return?
I don't know. What was the trade? I mean, it might be for nothing because his contract
I know.
sucks.
It's so bad.
Although I think he's only got 1 more year. But still, the Broncos just.
If it wasn't like a major announcement, it can't be anything
Right.
special.
Dude, I saw a tweet. I can't remember who had it. Might have been. I can't remember who had it. I think it was a Ringer writer. He's like, what you want in the NFL, a good quarterback on a cheap deal, a good quarterback on an expensive deal, a bad quarterback on a cheap deal, a bad quarterback on an expensive deal. Guess what the Ravens got?
Yeah.
Number 4.
Right.
Fourth
Yeah, I mean,
They even-
fourth.
They got or the Broncos. They got a bad quarterback on an expensive deal.
Yeah, it's a very strange.
But you know what
move
it
by
is
them.
with Joe
But they're a good
Flacco?
organization too, though. So you think like.
Are they?
Joe Flacco.
I think the Broncos is like a competent.
But
They
like
are.
since
Well,
Elway,
actually,
like Elway's been a
You want a
disaster
little
for what,
fact?
3-4 years
You want a
now?
little fun fact? I think there's 2 teams who fall in this category, but the Broncos are one of maybe 2 teams that have never drafted number 1 overall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've never had. I think up until these last.
What was
little
Elway?
run, he was drafted by the Colts and then traded.
Oh right.
The up until this last little run, I think they had never had back-to-back losing seasons in franchise
Really?
history. So they are.
Yeah,
like,
I think they're.
I mean, like franchise as a whole, yes.
They
But
got
I mean, like
3
the
Super Bowls.
handful of years they've been
consistent. Yes.
I mean, like, they got like Von Miller's mom going
Fact
off
check
on
those
them and
for
stuff
you.
like
This
that. They've been a
says-
dysfunctional
Fact
seeming
check those.
franchise for the last few years.
From April 18th, 2018, there are 10 teams in the Super Bowl era that have never had the first overall pick.
In the Super Bowl era?
Yeah. So, like,
What was the how many times have they had
losing seasons.
losing seasons?
the Broncos?
Yeah.
Either way, I mean.
But here's the thing with
listen,
Joe
I'll always
Flacco.
love Flacco for the couple times that he stuck it to the Pats. I appreciate anybody who's ever beat my rivals. But other than that,
18.
I mean.
That's as of 2000.
No, back to back.
Oh, back to back.
Yeah. You really don't have your stats together.
Well, you asked me.
Where's Jack Mack? Jesus Christ.
Right.
You know, I mean, you win a Super Bowl, you put up enough numbers, you get $100 million, you call it a fucking day.
There are
I
4
salute you,
current
Joe
teams who've
Flacco.
never. Wait, what is this?
We're not
Oh,
stats
we're
guys.
all over the place. Yeah.
Avoid back-to-back losing seasons for the first time since 1972.
So yeah,
That's a long time.
That's a long time to not have back-to-back losing seasons. Joe Flacco, though, he still throws that ball where it's like, he's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He just has a beautiful spiral, and that will get places. Mostly just in my head where I'm like,
I mean, at this point, it's just a money grab, you know, like, or I guess he's already on his contract, but it's just like, I never understand in football why you stick around for these years.
For Flacco's years? I mean, he's still got to finish the contract, right? He's got one more.
I guess you just keep
And
getting
then
paid,
after
and then
this-
I mean, I would.
Because
call
he's
it
one
a
of those
fucking
guys I
day.
don't care about money too, right? Like, wasn't like after he signed his big deal,
I'm
he went to
sure.
McDonald's or something like that.
I'm sure he's one of
One
those
of those
guys.
fucking stupid things I hate those
Yeah,
so
wears
much.
like this trash
What's the
clothes
first
and
thing you
lives in
did
the
after
trash.
you got your, like Andrew Luck still using his cell phone? Like, bro, you're fucking rich. Buy a goddamn iPhone.
there's only 2
Joe
teams.
Flacco, you just signed a $100 million deal.
Okay.
Go get a steak.
There's only 2 teams who've never drafted first overall ever: Seattle and Denver.
All right.
So I was right.
Stats said otherwise.
Stats.
Well, no, you
Big
did
time
the
stats guy.
non-Super Bowl era. I mean, of course, like
How about we
you
make
gotta
fun of
put
this
it, I'm
fat kid
talking
playing
about
basketball?
non-Super Bowl era too.
Fact,
You're just doing Super Bowl era.
There was nothing worse in high school sports than playing against the fat kid.
Okay! You like
Well, when you see number 55 on a high school basketball uniform, you know exactly what it is. It's the fat kid who was like awesome at football, who the coach was like, why don't you come play basketball? And he has no idea how to translate the skills at all. I mean, this guy didn't even fucking try.
I wanted to
Just
see the
bodied him.
rest of it though.
I know,
that's
yeah. Like,
another. That's
I need to
one of-
see that guy
we've
play a
always-
little offense. Too.
Yeah,
Let me see big man with the ball.
We've always talked about this. If someone could ever have an app where it's like you get the next 10 seconds of a video, just click it. I would love to see what
But
happens.
sometimes, you know, you leave it to the imagination, and that's what
But like,
gets
did
it going.
someone take a
but-
swing at him?
All right,
Your
don't
stat
think
is
so.
actually wrong. So you said what did you say?
Oh,
The
boy.
Broncos and Seahawks are the only 2
We're
teams.
still on this,
Can
huh?
never have the number 1 overall.
The Jaguars have never had the number 1 overall pick. Believe
Not
it.
even when they were an expansion team.
Nope. Pick 2 in 1995.
Okay, so
looking
the
at
Jaguars. So there's how many other teams? Find the full
That
stat.
thing said 10.
That's not that thing that you just did was Super Bowl era. I'm talking about all time.
This is a stupid argument, so let's talk about Jared and White Sox State.
Get me the stat.
By the way, you know who's worse than playing
This is your
against
job.
offensive linemen, guys like that?
Oh.
The fat guys are fun to play against in hockey because they suck here. But hockey players are the worst people in the world to play basketball against. 'Cause they
It's
just-
always
just don't-
funny
they can't-
watching.
They body you, yeah.
no
well,
understanding of the rules.
it's
Right.
always funny watching
Like,
someone.
I can't imagine like YP trying to guard you.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like-
They don't play
Where
like
you're not supposed to touch, not supposed
right.
to hit.
Or
Or
you're supposed
watching
to
like
shuffle your feet.
soccer guys play football. Or, like it's always funny watching guys who only know one sport then trying to translate to another. And it's like
But the
You're just
one
playing
that
this game wrong.
basketball is the one that always happens the most.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
like
you're just
everyone
on a
was
court,
shoot,
ready to
right,
ball,
shoot
yeah.
backyard. And like hockey guys are always
4
so
teams.
fucking bad.
Spiders got it. 4 teams.
4
So I'm
franchises
more correct than you.
have never
been
accessed the
dying
number
to
1
throw that
overall
this
pick. The
whole show.
Ravens, Broncos, Jaguars, Seahawks.
Ravens, Broncos, Jaguars, Seahawks. So I'm more right than you. And the
Well, no.
Yeah, because you said 10, I said 2, and it's 4.
Well,
and
no,
also
you
the
were more
Ravens
saying-
were the Browns, and they definitely had the first pick.
My
as the
favorite
Browns.
part was that you were wrong.
No,
More so
you
than I was.
no. Well, this is a perfect segue.
It really is.
Yeah.
So, White Sox Dave
Meet me at the
goes
pitching
out
mound,
to,
Tommy.
what is it called? Q or Comerica Park or whatever the fuck it's called?
Guaranteed rate.
Guaranteed
It's the
rate,
rate, bro.
sure.
Come on.
The rate.
G-spot.
And through 72 and then 69 miles
Actually,
per
he threw
hour.
69 first, and then said beat him, which was awesome. It's like the Dave.
I mean,
when he's
I mean,
running the
video,
40, he goes crushed it.
He's
smashed
hyping
it.
up the he's hyping up the crowd.
I
He-
can't believe he did this. He became
Why would you touch
a
the ball?
literal laughing stock in the office. Like the office.
No, I'm not laughing. It
erupted
was
in laughter.
cold. It was.
It's
icy.
nowhere near 91.
Here's the thing.
Like,
Just-
like,
I mean, it's
leave it at
20
91.
miles per
Here's
hour.
the thing I love
slower.
about this. It's at the same time the dumbest content, but also like the most relatable.
The phone lines
Because it's
were
guys
lit up.
Like, who hasn't sat around and been like, I can
throw
this.
harder than you can.
I had a swimming
I mean-
competition with my friends like 3 years ago. I fucking smashed them.
That-
but
that
like one
is-
of my friends was like, I could be a Navy SEAL. I was like, no, you can't, bro. And like that shit happens.
That 100%. That is, I mean, the king of irrational confidence was
Right.
That's what
Right.
the podcast was built on, and that's what's going on here.
And-
but you,
Yeah, but you
cannot.
okay. In defense of White Sox, Dave, we literally are talking about the 2 biggest hardos at the company having a
Smitty
hardo
works
off.
here.
What?
Yeah, Smitty works here.
Smitty, I think, has like some more self-awareness than you and White Sox Dave.
No, that's not true.
I do. I really
you
do.
gotta have-
I actually agree with that.
I think so.
That Smitty's
I
more
think
self-aware?
Smitty has
Yeah.
more self-awareness than you and White Sox Dave. Smitty knows he's a hardo, but he like knows he's a hardo. You still refuse to admit that you call yourself the Rocket.
The Rocket calls himself. That's right.
That's right. That's
I
right.
rest my case. I rest my case.
Sock goes bursting out.
And White Sox Dave is the same way. By the way, White Sox Dave is the same way. He also like is a hardo.
So how do you feel about like how is this an all-time backfire? Like you were having a good day, and now you're just like you and White Sox Dave are just. The same.
Oh, I'm having an even better day. This is awesome. What are
You want to be White Sox Dave?
I want to what?
You want like you two are like the same guy now.
That's not true at all.
Oh, That
No, this is actually great for me.
I think White Sox. White
Well,
Sox Dave
when-
is mayor of
when-
Scoop
when-
City.
When
No,
when
he
Dave
has.
comes out
He talks
and
about having
gives you-
scoops, and then after they come out, he's like,
Am
"Oh,
I
I
wrong?
could have had that."
Am I
when
wrong?
when Portnoy comes out and gives you the weird haircut Dave nickname
tough.
and says that he might fire you because you're useless here now because you don't throw 91.
Yeah, I mean, he
That's
blogs
tough.
about the White Sox. No one
That's
cares
tough.
about the White Sox, and outside of that, he used to blog about throwing 91, and he throws 69.
The way Dave described it was like, hey, this is Eddie. He's like the funny Bears guy, and then there's White Sox Dave. He throws 91. And when that is now 69, he's got some work to
It's
do.
tough.
I
It's
can
tough.
never imagine taking the ball there.
The problem is both
Never.
of you guys won't admit that like you're just being hardos.
I'm not being. I was
No,
at a
he's been pretty
fucking.
self-aware. He-
Yeah, I
he's
was
like,
at like
if
a
you wanna
fan
get together-
fest. That wasn't like I didn't go to be like, all right, guys, let's see
Yeah.
how hard I can
But
throw.
you
It was
were
like we
before.
were. No, John
You
was
were a
there.
hardo
We were
before.
making a video like, oh, they have batting cages here. They have a virtual reality thing here. They get the pitching thing there. The pitching thing became the story.
I'll give
We
Jared
were
this.
making a video the whole
He
thing.
tried to sneak away a time or two.
Really?
He had to get wrangled back in the line.
Yeah, I was like, I don't like.
Because
There's no
he's
point in
got the
doing
awareness
this.
to be like, I'm not fucking
Either
doing
way, we
this.
just need a conclusion. Actually, I don't even know if we need a conclusion.
This is the conclusion.
Maybe
I
we
said-
don't. No, it's
Dan.
not. No, it's not.
All right, you don't get a say in this because you're obviously
Okay, but-
biased
but-
towards Chicago.
but
I'm involved in this,
Okay,
and
fine,
I said
fine,
the
fine,
conclusion
fine.
of this is that we're both losers.
Yeah.
I threw
That's fair.
68, he threw 69,
That's
we
fair.
both lose. No one cares about this except for the Chicago office. That's it.
Oh, I mean, you just said the phone lines.
The phone lines were lighting
They-
up.
but
But it was so funny
because
because
it's like-
everybody was like, I played D3.
Right,
and
that's
you know,
why
they're
it's
all
funny.
idiots. It's
It's
everyone
the
who's involved
dumbest,
is a
most relatable
moron.
content
Yes.
we can do.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't have a eventually
to
it
drop
expires,
20
yeah.
fucking miles an hour is just
That's bad. That's very bad.
That's a
and the other thing, too,
again, Dave called in and he said in his mind it's worse than Weird Haircut Seth.
Quick thing here. Yes, when I was out winning the combine on Thursday, I guess a discussion brewed here about Weird Haircut Seth. I just found out says he can throw a football 60 yards.
Let it go.
Nope, not even close.
Oh, what an idiot. What a fucking idiot Weird Haircut Seth. That was my campaign. That was 25 yards. That was a duck 25 fucking yards.
yeah. Well,
I mean, I don't. think
just
that's
as bad.
crazy. When I
Yeah.
when I heard that today.
So that's why I'm
I
saying
was
if
stunned.
you're talking about who's where, when someone's being compared to Weird Haircut Seth, it's
That's tough.
a tough one.
But the other thing, too, is that he had warm-up pitches and threw off a mound. That is worse than having no warm-up pitches and throwing off flat ground, which
so
is
you
what I
guys
did.
both have had big losses. Now we got to get you together and see who's the biggest loser.
We're just both losers, and I'm
But
fine
they
with
make
that.
a whole show out of that. It's the biggest loser.
I'm all set. I think we just
good.
both lose.
I mean, I think you guys got to see who's the biggest loser.
I mean,
He
I can
is.
promise you that
He would be the biggest
Dave
loser
Williams will
for
be
touting
throwing another
91.
baseball, I
Yeah.
guarantee.
Oh yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
No, he's
And
probably going to take steroids.
He'll
and he's
do
gonna
a cycle or
train.
two.
He's going to
I-
train
Well,
with
that's
Rocky
not
on the
wait.
beach.
Should we get it on the record? Are steroids illegal?
No, steroids
Yeah,
are never.
let's
illegal.
Exactly.
they're encouraged.
So who wants it more is really what it comes down to.
He does.
I think
That's
if
probably
the
right.
Rocket comes out, gets his warm-ups, throws off a mound, throws, mid-70s?
Yeah, all I have to do is throw 73 and I win. That's it.
I don't
Which I
even
can
know if
do.
I'd
Then what
call
if
it a
he
win.
throws
I think it would be
74?
like
Doesn't matter.
you beat Dave.
He went to like the pitch thing with an official MLB gun in an MLB ballpark and threw 69.
He sought it out like he was like, I'm going to do this damn
Do you
thing.
think you could hit mid-70s? I heard today that people were talking about when you guys were throwing on the second floor, and you were 66 back then.
I did not participate in that.
Oh, you weren't hearing that? Okay,
Yeah,
so that was
that's
totally
fake
made up
news.
then. Okay.
Oh, yeah, YP's going to get into this hard off. I threw 60.
I would imagine if he threw 68 impromptu
69.
out of nowhere, if you get
Incredible.
a mound and some warm-ups,
Yeah,
I mean, you
I'm-
better throw
It's
low mid-70s.
impossible to throw below 68 if I warm up and have a mound. Like if you don't warm up and throw in flat ground and throw 68, you're going to throw faster off a mound with warm up pitches.
I would hope.
That's just
I
science.
wonder. I mean, obviously everyone's got to like argue their way out of this and spin zone it and shit. White Sox Dave has his argument, but I would love to know like inside his head where he was like,
He knew he fucked up.
Yeah,
like
you had to know
69.
That was the dumbest thing.
Fuck.
It was the dumbest thing in the world to ever do that. Like,
The only thing dumber, like you had the original dumbest thing was by throwing at that.
I had no
weekend.
choice.
And
Yeah,
then
no
they
choice.
they're
It's like
even
the
dumber
Mike-
for
it's
seeking
like
it out.
40-year-old virgin when he's in bed and he's like, this is fine. Everyone will forget it. And then
Yeah,
he's
right.
like, oh my god.
No, it's been every
Yep,
single day
100%.
since then. But now he threw 69, so that's pretty bad.
The Rocket and Weird Haircut Dave.
Wait, but you did say that if you don't throw 72, you'll light yourself on fire.
Yes.
That's correct. We
I'll
did
throw
have a
myself
pour. I
on
will
fire.
pour gasoline.
That'd
on
be
myself,
before or
light myself on
after
fire.
you
I said-
snort the
I said-
cricket.
What was the last time you made that bet for?
You snort the grasshopper.
I don't know, but I remember I got the bet.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
won.
You know you
Yeah.
still owe us a snorted grasshopper.
I did that.
When?
I just did it.
Oh.
I didn't say
I
it
mean,
was
I will
something.
be there with the can
Can
of
of
gasoline.
gas. What was that? I said if I do or
How many
don't do
chances
It
something.
was a
you get?
pretty ballsy bet. Too.
How many
Yeah.
chances
I
do you
remember
get?
being like, oh boy.
Yeah, I
But
said
you
I'll
did.
light myself on fire, and I ended up doing it.
How many chances do you get?
I don't know. However many we set.
To say.
I don't know. It's up to Dave.
What did Dave do? 2 pitches? So 2 pitches.
Yeah, 2 pitches.
2 pitches.
But you get warm ups. It's like when I'm ready. When
That's
you,
fair.
Yeah. You call me into the game.
But you don't get to know your speed until you're ready.
Right.
Sure.
Like you can't
can't be like, oh, I
doing
hit.
warm-ups
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
being like, oh, no,
Yeah.
okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Okay.
The saga continues.
I mean,
This is the dumbest thing
never-
we've ever done.
but also, like I said,
People are talking. People are buzzing.